Hello and welcome to World Football Africa. In this week's edition, we preview the Mamelodi Sundowns versus Ahly African Football League's second leg semi-final. It will be a thriller. Sure, Mamelodi have the advantage after taking a 1-0 lead in Sunday's first leg, but Ahly will be home and it's just the one goal in it.
Delivery, a fine header too, and an excellent save by Mohamed El Shenawi to deny Tapelo Maseko the opening goal. Excellent ball in from Mokwena.
Mamelodi Sundowns versus Ahly has developed into one of the biggest showdowns in African football, and Sunday's semi-final, which was their 13th meeting in all, provided new talking points. Let's start with the most important one, the winning goal. It came 7 minutes after half-time from Tapelo Maseko. Oh, it was a beauty of a strike and worthy of winning any game. South African champions Mamelodi Sundowns should be happy with the outcome, although to be frank, Ahly, who are the reigning Egyptian and CAF Champions League champions, will probably be happier. They could have taken a hiding. It's rare to say that of Ahly, but they were played off the park. Sundowns had several chances, including Maseko's fine header in the 30th minute that drew an excellent save from Mohamed El Shenawi. Maseko was in inspired form all afternoon and finally caught out the experienced goalkeeper with a sweet long-range strike that was the culmination of a rapid set of moves that started with an Ahly turnover in their own half. It was a stunning goal, probably the best in the tournament so far, and it happened so fast that El Shenawi was at a loss to react as the ball swerved away to his left. El Shenawi should have probably done better, but all credit to Maseko and the Sundowns for carving out a decisive opening in a game they completely dominated but ultimately couldn't kill off. Mamelodi were really the better side. They had 68% possession. In terms of shots on goal, they finished with 14 to Ahly's 3. As far as corners, they had 5 to Ahly's 2. Sundowns nearly made it 2-0 off of their last corner, which came in the 90th minute, but the ball hit the upright and another chance slipped away. You couldn't help but wonder how costly that miss might prove. Certainly from Ahly's perspective, they have to think they can't play much worse than they did in South Africa. Ahly coach Marcel Koller said, "I think we had a good game in general. In the first half we were strong defensively, but we should have done more offensively. In the second half they scored early. It was our own mistake, a misplaced pass that caused the goal. But after the goal, it was an equal contest. We have a chance in Cairo and we are going to fight for our chances." Well, talk about putting a positive spin on things. I mean, Ahly are still in it and all, but their performance in the first leg was really below par. It's understandable they had to be defensive given the fact they lost 5-2 in their last visit to Sundowns, but there wasn't much good in general, as their coach put it in their performance. For Mamelodi coach Rulani Mokwena, it's half-time. That's actually what he said. He also said, "The message remains the same. We would have said it's half-time if the game finished 0-0 or regardless of the scoreline." He added, "But we are very proud of the players. We are very proud of the Yellow Nation, the supporters for coming out in their numbers to push the team and to support the team. They really pushed us in the second half, and I'm grateful to the supporters. And now we go again." And so they will, just 4 days after the first leg. And it really promises to be a wonderful game. I think Ahly will have to be more positive, and that should open up the game more. It's fair to say Ahly have to play their best game of the tournament yet. They certainly have to get their first victory of the competition if they are to progress, because in the quarterfinals against Tanzanian champions Simba, they managed 2 draws and only qualified courtesy of their away goals rule. Ahly lost 7-4 on aggregate to Mamelodi in last year's CAF Champions League group stages. Yeah, that was a beat down, but it actually didn't prevent them from going on to lift the trophy. The two clubs had an identical record going into Sunday's meeting. Each had won 4 of their 12 games. But obviously, with the victory, Mamelodi surged ahead in the head-to-head count, and they will feel confident of doing something very rarely done in African football, eliminating Ahly at home. Mamelodi did actually win their sole CAF Champions League title on Egyptian soil, although on that occasion in 2016 they did it against Ahly's sworn rival Zamalek. That the African Football League has the away goals rule means that should Mamelodi score in Egypt, Ahly have to win by a 2-goal margin. That certainly adds another level of excitement and suspense to the context. So what do you think? Will Ahly mount the comeback that knocks out Mamelodi? Or will the Sundowns finish what they started and reach the inaugural final of the African Football League? Tell us what you think in the comment section. And if you've enjoyed this episode, kindly hit the subscribe button for future videos. Thanks for watching.